a fire service warrior. I want to talk about a topic this week that I've been spending a little bit of time focusing on, thinking about, kind of working with. There's a really good book called Start With Why by Simon Sinek. And Simon's done a couple of TED videos, TED.com, and I'm gonna put a link in the description of this one as well as in the blog post that goes with this to the website TED.com and to Simon Sinek's website startwithwhy.com. And I really recommend that everybody take a look at these couple of resources that he's got out there. And what I'm going to talk about today is this idea that he calls the golden circle. And all of us, one way or another, are looking for, why do we do things? Why do we do the things that we do? And when we talk about why do we make the choices that we make and what we do, coming back to our why is important. So what the golden circle looks like is this. It's 3 concentric rings. And we start out in the center with why. How and what. So, for us in the fire service, our why is pretty straightforward. Our why is to save lives and protect property. That's why we show up to the firehouse. That's why we train. That's why we prepare. That's what our neighbors expect of us. And that's what we should be there to do. And how we go about that, 2 big topic areas. 2 very simple methods for how. We mitigate and we prevent. How we accomplish saving lives and protecting property is that we either respond to emergencies or we give people the tools to not get in trouble to begin with. So then what is it that we do? Well, we do suppression, rescue, EMS, pub ed, technical rescue, hazmat, and on and on and on. The list of things that become missions of the fire service are numerous. Tasks that were assigned. But if in all of these things, all of these whats that we focus on, if we come back to why we're there to do it to begin with, it makes it easier to understand what the preparation is, what it is that we have to do, how we go about making ourselves ready so that we can accomplish that why. Fire service warrior, we understand our what, our why, and our how pretty explicitly. Our why, it's right on our banner. Forging fire service excellence. That's a pretty hefty why. Has a lot of room for interpretation. How do we make sure that this is what we're trying to achieve? We've laid out our ethos. If you haven't looked at our ethos statement recently, or you've never seen it before, go to the ethos tab. Read the ethos statement. That's where we're coming from when we talk about all the various things that go into the fire service warrior concept. But essentially, how we go about forging fire service excellence is our 3 topic areas. We focus on a fire service warrior mindfulness headspace. We're mindful of what we need to do. We prepare our bodies with the fire service warrior fitness. And we prepare our skills, our knowledge, and our abilities with fire service warrior training. That's what we're here. That's what we're here to accomplish, is all of these things. And what are we then? What is Fire Service Warrior then? We're a community. We're a resource. We're an educational vehicle for you to find methods of ensuring that you can accomplish your why, protecting the lives and property of the neighbors that you've sworn to protect, and preparing yourself the best you can to be ready to do it. Essentially what we are, we're a safety factor. That's what we want to be. That's what we strive to be. If you go on and look at manufacturers' recommendations for ladders, for hauling systems, NFPA specifies there has to be a safety factor built in. Our ladders are rated with a 4 times safety factor. That's why when we test our ladders, we put them beyond the load that they'd be expected to carry. Our hauling systems are no different. When you were using rope and apparatus to form a hauling system, there's a safety factor built in. Why? Because we recognize that these things are being used under life-threatening circumstances. And we want to make sure that they're not at the ragged edge of their capacity. That's what this is all about. That's what this idea of pushing ourselves, of showing our work, of posting our workouts, of being accountable, not just to ourselves and to our families, but to our brothers and sisters and the neighbors we're sworn to protect. The entire idea of the Fire Service Warrior concept is to help you build a safety factor into everything that you do by having your head, your mind, your body, your spirit, all of it wrapped up in a very challenging set of circumstances. So that's what I want you to think about this week and for the next couple of weeks. Think about, why are you here? Why do you show up to fireservicewarrior.com? And more importantly, why do you get on a rig and go out the door? Not everybody that you know, not every single one of them's why is to save lives and protect property. They might say that it is, but we all know people that that's not their real why. Their reason for being there is anything from trying to seek the admiration of their neighbors to collecting a pension. Those are all good things, but those aren't things that are going to help you find the motivation when it gets tough. If you're there for a t-shirt, getting in the gym and working out to be ready for the fire ground may not happen. If you're there just to collect a paycheck or just to have health insurance, then there isn't as much reason to spend an extra hour drilling. We see it all the time. I see it when I go teach. Paul Combs in his editorial cartoons recently talks about this kind of stuff all the time. If we want to fulfill our why of saving lives and protecting property, I personally think that striving for excellence is what's going to help us build in that safety factor so that we can reduce injuries, so that we can reduce firefighter fatalities, because we remove the excuses, we build in the safety factor, and we make sure that each and every one of us is ready to go. Here's the thing. The only way this works, though, is if firefighters know that we're out there, if they know that we're this community, that we know that we're this resource. So that's up to you. Share this with the folks in your firehouse. I know there are folks that are visiting fireservicewarrior.com that aren't talking about it. They're not sharing it to people. You know what? We're going to make it easier for you to do that. We're going to start making some of our things like the Will You Answer the Call article, where it's an easy download that you can print out. We're going to start adding those downloads to the website from time to time. Not a lot, but occasionally. We have the fitness bulletins that are being put out by Fire Engineering. Once a month, you can go on Fire Engineering's website, print out a fitness bulletin, throw it in your weight room, throw it up on the bulletin board, throw it on the kitchen table. Let your brothers and sisters know that we're out there. Maybe they'll find something that can help them. So that's the message for this week. Think about your why. Focus on your why and be able to define for yourself why you are here. Have a good week. Thank you for your visits. Thank you for sharing your feedback. And we look forward to any input, advice, ideas that you have to help strengthen what we're doing at fireservicewarrior.com. Till then, cheers.